This is the Ashcroft Indian Band cooking show. Morning, everybody.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Today we are going to do some cinnamon buns. Take it away, Joe.
So these are my mom's famous cinnamon buns, probably her biggest known recipe. So I'm a little nervous because I've only made them once, but and she's not here. These are my grandma's cinnamon buns, and again, same story as the buns. My grandma didn't write at all, so my mom quickly wrote down the recipe. So there could be different versions. So tell my family I'm sorry, but this is my
No,
version.
it's going to be delicious, I'm sure.
Okay, so we're gonna just start again with the yeast and some sugar. And it says to scald some milk, so I boiled it a little bit and then I let it cool down so it doesn't kill the yeast. I'm gonna add that in. And then some warm water. All right. So I'm just gonna mix that together and let the yeast do its thing. Working. So the yeast is starting to work. You can see it's kind of bubbling up in there.
It is, yes.
Yay. That's how you know it's active. I'm gonna add it to the mixture. I have a couple cups of flour in here. Typical family recipe, there's no measurement for flour. So maybe we can do it today, kind of come up with the...
We'll see how two cups work.
I got 2 cups just to start. So a couple eggs in here. And sugar. And again, the measurements will be
On the screen.
Yeah, on the screen underneath. Due to the magic. So I'm just gonna mix this around. So my instructions say until it's not sticky. So I'm just gonna add probably a cup at a time. And then we're gonna knead it and then leave it for 2 hours. All right, I'm gonna just flour the counter. It's still a little sticky. Messed up. This is one of those recipes I grew up watching my mom make. On the counter. So probably should have paid a little bit of attention to.
I was just worried about eating it.
It was just like, you're kind of territorial. Okay. So it's like the softest dough. It's so nice. A little bit more. And it's amazing when you put it back in the pan, you want it to double in size, and it does. It gets quite big. So I'm gonna put it back in the same bowl and just put it in a warm place and let it sit for approximately 2 hours or until it doubles in
So would you put it on top of the stove and put your oven on a little bit?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, or if you have a fireplace or something in the kitchen, that's what my mom always says, but yeah. All right, and just cover it in 2 hours. See what happens.
Today we're going to try some Chicken Alfredo roll-ups with some Caesar salad. Homemade recipe.
Fancy.
Yes, so I like to put in a little bit of vegetables in the Chicken Alfredo roll-ups. So I will add a little bit of peppers, maybe half a cup, 3/4 of a cup. Mushrooms, same, if you like mushrooms. If you don't like any of this, you don't have to add it. Some onions as well, and I like to keep them chopped up pretty fine because they're going to be rolled up in a lasagna noodle. Okay, so we're going to saute them up a little bit till they're soft. Okay, and in the meantime, while they're sauteing, I'm gonna make the dressing for the Caesar salad. Okay, so what I do is I start out with about, depending on how much you want to make, so for an average family, about 1.5 cups of Hellmann's mayonnaise, the real mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip. Yes, big difference. Okay, so I just put in about a cup and a half. Good tablespoon. And then same with the vinegar. If you like a little bit of zest of lemon, I'll put that in there as well. And then I have 2 cloves of garlic already minced up. Put those in there. I like to do this kind of as we're going because I like to sit in the fridge and settle and get all the flavors working together. Okay, so that's good. So we'll take that and we'll stick that in the fridge for later. So now we're going to make the sauce, the Alfredo sauce. Jodine is going to cut up our chicken. This is a rotisserie chicken that we picked up because it's a little easier. You can roast your own chicken or you can do some chicken breasts in the crock pot or in the oven, however you like. So you're going to chop it up. We don't want any skin on it. And just chop it up into little chunks or little strips. And then we're going to use that in the roll-ups. So I'm going to make the Alfredo sauce and we're going to start off with about 4 tablespoons of butter. But first, I need to start our machine here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to throw in the butter. We're going to throw in a couple cloves of garlic, already pressed. Right. Turn it down. Make sure that gets a bit of a stir. As soon as the butter melts and the garlic's been sauteed a little bit, then we're going to add some flour. About a quarter cup of the flour. So nice and melted, just a little at a time. Give it a stir. And you do want to cook the flour a little bit before you add in the milk. So you don't want it to be brown, but you want it to have cooked a little bit. Adding the milk a little bit at a time, otherwise it will bubble a lot. So we're just going to add a little and stirring all the time. All right, so that was about a cup and a half. I'm going to add another cup once I finish mixing this. Regular Philadelphia cream cheese. And we're going to put in about a quarter cup. And let that melt in there nicely. Half a cup of your Parmesan cheese, about like that. And then at this point, I'm also going to add the sauteed vegetables that we already cooked up.
We're back to our cinnamon buns. You can see it's doubled in size. It looks good. It's nice and soft. It smells actually really sweet. Oh, so I just need a little bit of flour and I'm gonna roll them out. It's a sticky dough, but I don't want to put too much flour because then it'll taste like flour, but all right. Just roll
Oh, it smells delicious.
Doesn't it smell sweet or something?
I love the smell, yeah.
So you want to roll, you want to be super gentle with it and roll from the center, as my mom says. All right. All right. So you want it about, I don't know, am I going to be like a technical cooking show, like a 1/4 inch?
Yes, please.
Okay, so just form a rectangle if you can. Pull it. All right, so we got this nice, oh, it's still so nice and warm. So I'm just gonna, the first step is to butter it. And like I said, don't be cheap because you gotta think, you want it kind of ooey gooey in the middle. So I melted it, but not like, so it's runny. But it's such a soft dough, you don't want it to tear it. We're gonna add the icing sugar. My mom's probably like, add the cinnamon first, not the icing sugar, but oh well. Okay, now cinnamon. Roll it up nice and tight. Thick. Okay. As you know.
Oh, those are going to be big ones.
Oh. Yeah. Try to get them. So we'll stick them in here. And you want to make sure the ends are kind of tucked under,
Oh, I guess
so
I
they
should
don't
go
open.
this way, should I?
Rise quite a bit. Like you're gonna leave them for another hour before you put them in the oven.
Oh, okay.
So they're still gonna rise. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover these again in the warm area and we'll be back in an hour.
Ready to do the roll up. Okay, so Jodine, if you want to take, I've already pre-cooked the lasagna noodles. I wouldn't advise using the oven ready ones. No. Okay, so we're gonna start, we're gonna put just a light layer in the bottom of the pan. Just a little stiff so they don't stick.
Oh.
Okay, no, that'll work.
Jumping ahead.
Yeah. And do a light little layer like this of sauce. And you just, if you like cheese, like I do, you can even have a little bit of Parmesan, and you can add just a little bit to that as well if you like. Okay, and then we're just gonna roll her up. A light roll. Put the bottom piece down, just like that. And through the magic of editing, they're all rolled up, and now we're ready to add the sauce.
Need help? You okay?
Oh yeah.
Got it.
And we're just gonna pour this there. Bam! And it's ready to go in the oven. So now we have the lasagna roll-ups are completed, so we're going to finish our Caesar salad. So we did the dressing already. Okay, and then I just put it in the fridge to get all the flavors mixed together. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of lemon zest, some juices in there, however much you like. Watch out for the seeds so nobody chokes. There we go. Mix that around. And then we're gonna add our croutons. Don't want it over. Okay, and then some Parmesan cheese. And voila! We have our Caesar salad all ready to go.
Making a glaze, a simple glaze for them. I just have some icing sugar and I have no measurements. I just kind of eyeball.
But we will have some measurements for you.
Okay, I'll try. I'll try to, but just a little bit of water and a little bit of vanilla. Okay, so they were a little bit fussy to get out, but that's okay. I did butter it. So, and then you just add the glaze. Generous with the heat. Especially to the outsides, like the thicker layer. Glaze them all up.
And there you have it. There is the Alfredo lasagna roll-ups, or whatever I called it before. And the Caesar salad. Bon appetit!